You bring it home to your $10,000 PC entertainment command center. Isn't that right? Don't tell me that's not true. Don't be ashamed. It's liquid cooled, fancy lights all over it. You lock it when you leave. It's the modern home theater. It makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's the modern home theater. $10,000 command center. Man, I was so excited to get these high-end audio gear for review. I knew it was going to be expensive, but $12,000. My God, audio gear is on another level. So here's the thing. I would really like to see what $12,000 of audio gear sounds like. But here's the problem. I really like this poetry. And I am afraid after I hear that, then I need it. And I don't have $12,000. So the thing is, what I am requesting from these audio gear companies is send me something that I can keep first. It doesn't have to be $12,000. Okay, send me something that is good that I can get for review and I can keep. Because if I get that super high-end audio gear, then I have to return it. I'm going to feel terrible. It's like how, after you see or hear better, it is so difficult to go back. So how am I going to fill the void? So I don't want to say brands and models because it would be, I will give you all the details once it happens. I will tell you all about it. But I don't want to say brands and model just to not throw anyone under the bus. But man, regardless of the brand, it doesn't matter. If $10,000 plus of audio gear doesn't sound absolutely unbelievable, it's a scam. That has to be incredible. I've never heard anything like it. Okay, it has to. For that price, it has to be incredible. So I'm still thinking about it because we're trying to come up with a solution that makes sense. But definitely, I want to hear your thoughts. That's why we're doing this stream. I am new when it comes to audio. I know nothing, so I want to know. If you know about it, let me know. I want to get your feedback because I'm still thinking about it. But I don't believe it makes sense for me to get this luxury to make videos and be, of course, super excited about it because I've never had the chance to hear something like that. And of course, the most valuable thing would be the knowledge, the things that I would learn, things that I can share. But then I have to return it back. So what's all the excitement about? if I cannot keep it, and I understand why I cannot keep it. It's $12,000. I understand. It's $12,000. I understand why. A company would not just let me keep it. It's just too much. I get it. Okay, I get that. But I need to have something to revert back to. So, for example, if I get a TV company that sends me, let's say TCL has this new X11K or something like that. That's like $10,000 for a TV. I would be very happy to get that TV for review and then return it, because I have a good TV. It might not be as bright, but it's a QD OLED. I mean, it is superior in some areas. So I will be happy to get that for review and then I return it, no problem. Content for the channel, and we can check it out and make some comparisons. But I have nothing that comes even remotely close to the level that I was going to experience. So I don't think it's gonna be good for me. It would destroy the hobby completely. I believe it would completely destroy, because imagine I would get all this gear for a long time. Actually, it would not be like a week, or it would be a long time thing. And the plan. And by the way, drop your comments. I'm gonna read all your comments on this live stream, because that's what I want. I want to get your feedback to see what you think about this. So the plan was to start getting this super high-end audio gear and then go through basically the entire company's lineup. So I would have this gear for a long time to, get hands-on with it, experience all that goodness, and then I would get replacement for it, and then I'll keep testing and making videos. But then I would just keep returning it and all of that. So it would be a long time. So after I experience that level of quality for a long time, let's say I do this for like 6 months, a year, or something like that, how can I go back to have nothing? How am I going to play a game after you hear the quality? How am I going to play a game and be like, okay, this is trash? With the audio from the TV. I mean, that's gonna be garbage in comparison. You bet. I mean, again, it doesn't matter which company it is. If it is something that is that expensive, it has to be good. So that's the thing. I think what I'm thinking right now makes sense is to get something that comes remotely close, even if it's not, as good, but something I can have, so I don't ruin my life, when it comes to the Hobbit. So yeah, let me see what you think about that, and let's see what happens. Of course, I still have the option to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, send me that. So would you be interested in that? Would you really want me to get all this super high-end audio gear and be like, just blown away? Of course I will. I mean, so would you be interested in that? Do we have $10,000 command center here in the channel? Let me see. Let me read some of your comments. Let's go. You see, I want to do more live streams as the channel grows, because when I release a video that is very successful, I feel out of touch with the community, because I cannot reply to every comment. So far, I was replying to every single comment. Before I got the Samsung S95C and I reviewed the Samsung TVs, I was able to reply to everything, absolutely everything. But after that, the channel grew, and I cannot. If I get a video with, in a week, almost like 1,000 comments, I cannot possibly reply to everyone. So I feel out of touch with the community, and the live stream is the only way I have to interact, because live streams don't get as many views. Not for this channel, for any channel. There are some channels who are live stream mostly, so it depends, of course. But most channels get, of course, less views for live streams. Even Linus Tech Tips. So that allows me to interchange, to get feedback from the community, to have a conversation. That's why I like live streams. And just the format, I prefer live streams. But of course, I have to do videos because that's what makes the channel grow faster. And videos are just better in every single way when it comes to the success of the channel. But I want to do more live streams. So George is getting his 5090, the Asus TUF RTX 5090 with military grade capacitors. Let's go. He's number 2 right now on the queue. Man, I'm so happy for you. I cannot wait. Send me your video. Send me your video. I want to see your command center. And you have a pull-up bar on the room too. Let's go. Let's go. I have the punching bag here too, and the pull-up bar is right there. It's all ready. It's all ready to go. Let's go, man. So let me read your comments. Yeah, we're ferociously streaming. So Bruno says, Ariel, could you try a second channel for music related videos? I will definitely do that. You know, I play classical guitar. The thing is, it takes the amount of effort to release a video that's 3 minutes long is just absolutely incredible. So to release a new video every day with a guitar is like next to impossible. I don't know anyone that can do that. At the level that I want to be, is impossible. So it is very difficult to be successful with a music channel. You do it almost for free. I mean, even my professor, who is one of the best guitarists in the world, everyone who plays the guitar at the highest level knows my professor. His name is René Izquierdo. He's absolutely incredible guitarist. I mean, he doesn't have 1 million subscribers. And the thing is, music videos are short, so you don't get revenue either, because the way YouTube revenue works is you need to have longer videos. If you make a 3 minutes video, direct to the point and all of that, you make no money, because the video has to be more than 8 minutes long. Of course, if you do a banger that is 5 minutes and you do it every day, yeah, you can be successful too. But videos need to be longer. So it would need to be a tutorial, and it would have to be more. But I will definitely do it. But on YouTube, right now, I start a second channel, and I might get 0 views, no views, and the channel doesn't get any visibility at all. You have to be very lucky on YouTube to get any visibility. But I will definitely do it at some point. Sound gear isn't really needed for gaming. Headphones is good enough. Well, there are some headphones that are very expensive too. Crazy expensive, actually. So audio gear at all levels it can be very, very expensive. Let me show you. For example, I have this reference microphone, which I'm going to start using. By the way, I know that the quality of these live streams is bad, man. It's bad. StreamYard is just trash, and I'm paying $50 a month with gaming tech for these. We have to figure out something different because the quality is not good at all. So for these streams, more regular streams for the channel, I'm gonna start using OBS, and we're gonna stream at least at 1440p with a much higher quality sound, because I'm going to be using these. Let me show you this. This is a $1,300 reference microphone. So the thing is, I need to get a stand for the desk to use this more comfortably, because the stand that I currently have is not, I need the streamer's setup basically. So a stand is like $100, so I have to buy that. I have to make the investment. So this, let me show you. If I remove these, Look at this microphone. This microphone is $1,300. It's a reference microphone. It sounds incredible. But I need OBS. If I connect this microphone right now with my sound interface to the phone, and it works, it sounds equally as bad. This makes no difference using my phone than using this for these live streams, because it's a limitation of StreamYard. So this microphone has multiple settings here and here. It's just incredible. This microphone is absolutely amazing. So we should get amazing sound. Once I set up OBS with these, it should be great. Plus, I have the NVIDIA Studio features to remove echo and remove noise in case the air conditioning is running. So we should get a much better quality very soon. As soon as I get the desk, the stand for the desk. So yeah, it should improve things a lot. But yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about headphones is all we need. Of course, headphones might be a cheaper solution, but there are some expensive ones. But the thing is, headphones are a little bit more comfortable. It's like, think about this. You might think, well, a VR headset, once we have, we do have very high-end VR headsets, but they are a little bit uncomfortable and it's not the same. But once we have an incredible VR headset that we can use, and we get perfect blacks, HDR, amazing contrast and colors, it's just absolutely incredible. Then why would you buy a TV? It's the same argument, I think. If you can have, with a VR headset, you can have a gigantic screen in front of you, as big as you want, bigger than what you could actually look at. And you can actually play games on 3D, every single game on 3D using Reshade. I shared that in one of the videos. So why would you buy a TV then? So think about that comparison. A TV still makes sense because it's not the same to have a headset. It's more uncomfortable and it's a little bit claustrophobic. So I think it's the same idea with the headphones. I've tried very high quality headphones because I'm a musician. I've been in a recording studio. It's not the same because even if they are comfortable, it's just not the same. But it's definitely cheaper, and you can get that noise cancellation. You don't have to change the entire room to get a good quality audio. So I understand that part, but still, it's not the same. And we need that command center, and as crazy as possible. That's the best investment we can make. Okay, it just we have to learn from our master, Jensen. Hey, sorry to bother you. Would you have any tips on how to fix crushed blacks or loss of detail in dark scenes while using the increased Anapic values on the Gen 1 S90C? I was gonna DM you. So check out the settings I share for streaming on Netflix. Let me lower this a little bit. So the settings I share for streaming on Netflix, I fixed that. And I fixed that with, check out those settings. They are called final settings, because I did like a video before that and then I improved the settings. So check out those settings. If it's for gaming on the PC, just use Reshade and increase the visibility near black. It's very easy. You can use the PD8003 curved levels shader and increase the visibility. I've shared how to do that many times. So yeah, that's a way. But couldn't find any socials tied to the channel. Yeah, I have no social media. I am here on YouTube only. Yeah, I don't use social media because I don't have time for it. I might do it in the future if it helps the channel, but otherwise I don't watch any news. I don't watch any nothing. I try to stay away from everything basically. So yeah, YouTube is the only thing that I use. Wrong. The more expensive the audio setup, the more you save. Let's go. I prefer a big ass TV with sounding over a small monitor with headphones, and nothing wrong with either setup. Yeah, I prefer the big TV too. But I think we cannot ignore completely the audio, and I've done it. The same way I completely ignore the quality of the display. For the longest time, I thought about PC gaming, and I'm like, okay, GPU, CPU, the RAM, the speed, whatever. Monitor, who cares? Save the money with the monitor. Just buy the most expensive PC that you can. And of course, that makes no sense because you can have a 5090 if you are using an LCD monitor. That's like having a Lamborghini to go shopping or something, you know. So the audio matters. So I think we cannot ignore it completely. Maybe we don't need, $12,000. I have an echo. Wait. Let's see. Is the audio okay? No? Okay. Maybe it was at the beginning. So, okay, let me read more of the recent comments. I'll go back and check some of those comments too. So you never really finished the S90C settings. So what did I miss? SDR settings? I don't use SDR at all. Never. That's the only settings I didn't. Well, I did share some SDR settings, but SDR doesn't make any sense at all on these high-end TVs. There's no reason whatsoever to use SDR unless you are just using it for streaming and video content. But for PC gaming, there's not a single reason to ever use SDR. It makes no sense. HDR is better on every single case. And we can fix it. If the game is kind of messed up, we can fix it. Remember first time switching from TV speakers to a sound bar? Man, it was as if I got a new pair of ears. The depth of sound is fullness. So that's the thing. If I hear $12,000, how can you go back from that? That's the problem I have, because it would be very exciting to me. Getting $12,000 of audio gear and then change the entire room and set all the cables and the programs and then play a game with that quality. But what's gonna happen the day I have to return that? So think about that. It's gonna be heartbreaking, because there's no way I can right now on this point in my life. I have to help my family. I have other things that I have to make sure I can support. I cannot spend $12,000 in audio gear. I cannot justify that. So what am I going to do? Go back to crappy sound? That's a problem. It is. You don't even use SDR in Windows? No. I found the washed out colors. Yeah, I share the fix for that. There's an ICC profile to fix that. Yes, the colors are washed out on Windows when you have HDR on. There are two solutions. There's an ICC profile that you can just download, or there's an ICC profile generator to fix the sRGB or Gamma 2.2 content. So basically, on Windows, all SDR content that was originally SDR Gamma 2.2 looks washed out when you have HDR on. And the content that was originally SDR sRGB looks perfect. So you have to go switch back and forth depending on the content. Some content is going to look great. Even some games you can just open with HDR on Windows without any auto HDR, no RTX HDR, no native HDR, nothing, just SDR when you have HDR on, and they're going to look perfect. And some games are going to look very washed out. The ones that look perfect, that's because they were originally SDR sRGB. The ones that look washed out is because they were originally Gamma 2.2. There is a solution for that. You can use the ICC profile, or you can use Reshade with the TRC fix. Lilium's TRC fix that fixes that for auto HDR and for SDR HDR. So there is a solution, and I share that on the channel. Yeah, that's the thing. There's no going back. It's just better and better. It's just the way we work. Once you see better, there's no going back. For example, again, the case. I had a $30 case. I obviously, and it makes a lot of sense, save the money with the case, obviously. But now that I think about it, of course, because I have better now and I experience better now, I'm like, that didn't make any sense, because I spend a lot of time and effort in putting together the PC on that older case. And at the end, I used that PC for like 4 years collecting dust. And I mean, you saw how dusty it was. It was terrible. Even when I cleaned the PC a lot, because the case was open, my CPU cooler didn't even fit on the case. So I couldn't even close the side panel. It was open all the time, collecting dust. And it's just not worth it. So after I experience better, let me tell you, next PC that I build, of course, I would reach out to see if I can get another nice case like this for the channel, and I don't have to pay for it, so I can use that money for something else. It makes sense. But even if I don't get a case for the channel, I would buy it. It's $120. It makes sense. Just $120 is not a big deal, and it makes such a big difference just in the experience of building the PC with much more space and much more possibilities for future upgrades, and it looks amazing too. So yeah, maybe I would not buy. I mean, we got each one of these fans are $40. So if you do the math, we're talking about 7 fans. So that is $120 for here, $120 here, so that's $240, another $40, $280 in fans. Yeah, I would not spend that money. So I will get this case. There's a version that comes with 4 fans. So I will get that one instead, and it's not that expensive. So, or I might get a different case. Now that I know this one, actually, I like this one a lot. But you get the idea. Once you experience better, there's no going back. Once you see OLED, there's no going back. So think about this, because we mostly focus on OLEDs and displays. Imagine you are poor. I mean, for me, that's very, very easy to imagine, because I come from Cuba. I was poor. Okay, I never had the chance to have a PC like this or a display that was that nice. So, for example, I had a 720p LCD office monitor in Cuba. That's what I was using for gaming, 60 hertz. Absolute trash. I mean, the worst. I mean, any CRT looked 10 times better than that. And actually, when I bought the PC, I had a friend that told me that. He told me, "You're crazy. You spend $120 on that monitor, which is absolute trash. You should have tried to get a CRT monitor." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. That old CRT with the heavy, and that doesn't make any sense. He's like, no, you're wrong. You could get a CRT that this size. I think it was like 17-inch or something like that. He told me about the specific models and who was selling it and everything, and it was like $60. An amazing CRT. I'm sure it was. I don't remember the model, but I'm sure what he was talking about, it was amazing. And he said that monitor would blow out of the water your LCD. But well, my point is, I had that monitor, so imagine I get the opportunity to see an OLED. You know, can you imagine? And then I have to return it back, and I don't have money to buy the OLED. Can you imagine that? Going from a 720p LCD monitor, which is a very good analogy. Right now, my audio is like a 720p office monitor. So imagine I get an OLED with a $12,000 audio gear, and then I have to return it back after 3-4 months or something like that. That would ruin completely. I mean, there's no way I would play any games. I cannot, because I know so much better now. So that's the thing. That's the problem. There's no going back. It's only better and better. So that's the thing. Yeah. Never drive a Ferrari. If you can only afford a Fiat is good to drive about, but compared to a Ferrari, we'll want it back every day. Well, let me tell you, I am planning, when I go to CEX, I want to go to CES next year for the channel. I think it's going to be very important. Not for the videos. I'm going to make videos, of course. I'll try to make as many videos as I can. But more than that, to get contacts and references from these companies, to get those emails, to say hi, that's going to be very important for the channel, I believe. So when I go to CES, I want to rent a nice car. I mean, on a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, that's too much. But a BMW, something that goes very fast, or a Mercedes, Audi. One of these German cars are very fast, but they break all the time. So I would not even consider buying it for myself. But yeah, I would love to try a Ferrari. But yeah, it would be it would definitely ruin. Yeah, it applies to everything. It's just the way we work, man. FSR 4, I haven't tried it, actually. I cannot try it with my 3080. So the thing is, after I get or is there a mod I can use to try it on my 3080? Let me know. So based on the reviews, if it's better than DLSS 3, I think it's a lot better than what I was expecting. So I want to try it for sure. After I get the 5090, I will try to reach out to these companies to see if I can get a 9070 XT for review. I would be willing to return it back, or because I already have 59. So well, if I can keep it, I can build a second PC around that one, or maybe have it as a second GPU. Someone told me the other day that you can use AMD frame generation with a second GPU, like you do with lossless scaling. That would be great, because AMD frame generation might be better, should be better, have higher quality than lossless scaling. So I think that would be a great idea. I mean, if you can have a 5090 and then have an AMD GPU for frame generation, that would be great. I'm not sure if that's possible. But yeah, I want to get an AMD GPU for the channel to try after I get a 5090. So that's definitely on my radar. Soundbar. A lot of people that say the soundbars don't come even close to separate speakers. But yeah, it depends. Of course, there are some soundbars that are very expensive. You'll need a 5090, an AMD GPU for frame gen, and then another NVIDIA GPU for PhysX. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Can you imagine? I get a 5090, and 3080, the 9070 XT, all together on the same board. There are some motherboards that have multiple PCI Express inputs now. It has to be maybe one of these $1,000 MSI godlike motherboard or something crazy like that to have the bandwidth. Because I think if you add a second GPU, you have PCI Express 5, you lower that to like PCI Express 4, and that's still fine. But then if you add another one, then maybe it drops even more and it doesn't make sense. I don't know. But that would be that would be crazy. That's a $10,000 command center. Let's go. My 5090 Vanguard order, January 31, finally arrives tomorrow. Let's go. Happy for you, man. Man, that would look beautiful here on this PC. The MSI RTX 5090 Vanguard. Man, happy for you, man. Make a video and I'll check it out. Record your $10,000 command center. Surround soundbars only with additional speakers for the rear and top. I see. Okay, so let me see at the beginning of the stream what you thought about the $12,000. Should I get it? Basically, this is my question. Do you think no? Would you be interested? Do you think it makes sense? Okay, I would destroy my. It would destroy me to have to return that. But would you be interested to hear my take on that? Would it be worth it? Do you think it would be worth it for the channel? Because we never talk about that, and I don't know. I know it's gonna sound good, but I don't know if it would be worth it for. I don't know. So let me know what you think about that. Should I say yes? Because I can say, hey, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Because they were gonna send it to me like today. Everything was ready. They were going to send it to me. But when I realized, okay, no, I actually have to return it. Because the thing is, I try to be like, hey, I don't even want to know what you're gonna send me. Because I knew it was gonna be expensive. So I'm like, okay, don't even tell me. Just let it be a surprise. And then I'm going to. So my idea was, I'm gonna get this audio gear, and I'm gonna unbox the gear live to just to be surprised as you. And I think that would be more interesting. And of course, then I would follow up after that live stream. I will follow up with the setup and then testing and then play some games, the programs. Does that even work for the PC? Because if you get a multiple, surround system, what are the programs to make that working? Maybe it doesn't work well for gaming. Maybe it does. So I will make multiple videos with that. Multiple videos. But I'm not sure if you would be interested in that because we never talk about that. So let me see. Let me read the comments at the beginning of the stream to see. So I think this $10,000 is on the budget. Let's go. $10,000. That's a budget. That's a budget sound system. Ariel is figuring out the sad reality of being an influencer. So that's another thing that I was thinking. Why would you do? Because I've been getting emails from many companies, let me tell you, for reviews. And of course, I'm not going to show you the emails because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus for no reason. But literally, hey, we're gonna send you this product. Okay, first they reach out to me. Hey, would you be interested? I'm like, okay, tell me more about it. Why not? They say, okay, we would send you this product. You have to make a video and you have to highlight this and this and this. The description of the video needs to be this way. The video needs to be this long. You have to say this. And I mean, they don't tell me exactly what you have to say, but they tell me exactly what I have to highlight and say this and that. And then after you make the video, you send it to us, we review it. And if we like it, then we give you the green light. And then you have to have a link. And I'm like, that is not a review. That's a sponsored video. So if you want to sponsor me, yeah, pay me and I will do that. Why would I make a video? Just basically a commercial for the company. That's not a review. So I don't know if other YouTube channels are doing that, but that's not happening here. That is not happening here. If they pay me money, that is a sponsored video, and I'm gonna tell you, it's going to say a sponsor. The video is going to say sponsor, and I'm gonna make it very clear that I am getting paid to promote these products. Now, why would I do that? Well, because I'm getting paid. So this is a business that makes sense. But okay, this is a commercial from Ariel. it's not that it's not that I will be dishonest, but I am only going to tell you what I like about the product. So I'm not going to tell you what I don't like because I'm getting paid. So you can basically ignore that. I mean, everyone understands what a commercial is. So, but that's not a review. And it is not the first time I get an email like that, and I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? So then when I get those emails, I'm like, okay, I would do all of that you're telling me. I would put a sponsor on the video. I would do exactly what you want. Pay me $1,000. That's it. That's my way to say no. You pay me $1,000? Yeah, I will glaze you over. Let's go. A sponsor video, and we go crazy with it. That's it. I think that makes sense. So tell claims. No, it's not the. It is not this brand. So the thumbnail of this live stream is not the brand that contacted me. That was just a picture I got online. Actually, the whole system of this thumbnail is like below $4,000. It's like $3,700 and something dollars, which it looks like a deal in comparison with $12,000. But of course, the quality might not be the same. No way. Might as well try it one time. I'm afraid of trying it. That's the thing. I'm afraid of trying $12,000 of audio because I think I'm gonna love it. I am a musician. Okay, so audio for me it's not only important, it's my life. I am a musician. This is what I spend most of the time is studying music and studying and practicing my guitar. So once I hear that world of quality on the sound, there's no going back. There's no way I can go back from that, and it would be heartbreaking for me. If I didn't care, I would be like, yeah, send it to me. I don't care about audio, but I do care. And I'm afraid I'll be just absolutely blown away. So Mario says that he's an audiophile. He calibrates audio. A lot of it gets lost when people don't set up the right way. Yeah, I guess so. To really appreciate $12,000 of audio, you need to have the setup has to be perfect. I have to modify my room and even get some isolating panels, or I have to modify the room to get the most out of it. So yeah, I guess it is very, very important, everything. Because imagine you have that powerful audio and then the walls are vibrating or you're getting noise from somewhere. It wouldn't make any sense. So, but even with low volume, the audio should be. Now, one thing I was wondering when it comes to audio, I don't believe, and again, I am not an expert. I know nothing about how high-end audio gear. What I know is I know how to appreciate when something sounds good because I'm a musician. But doing an HDR analogy to audio and music, the creator's intent should have a volume set. And volume should not be a preference because that's like increasing the brightness of your TV beyond reference for HDR. So if you calibrate audio, tell me if you calibrate also the volume, and if there is a standard when it comes to the volume of the audio? Yeah, so basically that's my question. Or if it's just like, okay, it's your preference, just max it out if you want, or whatever. But the quality is gonna be there. You shouldn't be able to keep things that you review anyway. You think so? Why? So what's the advantage? So if I have a review, if I have a link, so you can go and buy the product, then yeah, I think, because I would be getting commissions for that. But as you can see, I've never posted a link for you to buy any products. So I'm not telling you go here and buy this product, or I recommend you to buy it on this link, and I earn a commission. I might do that too. Why not? But the way I am presenting the content is I am excited because I got this for myself. And if I like it and I'm happy with it and it works for me, then that's giving a good exposure to the brand. Now, if I get a product, it doesn't work as intended, then okay, this product doesn't work. But when I am asking for something, it's because I want to have it. Like, for example, I asked for this 360 hertz QD OLED monitor. I knew I was gonna like that. It's 360 hertz OLED, of course. So I want this for myself. So the fact that I want that for myself, it gives, I will obviously give you a good feedback unless it doesn't work or there's something wrong with it. So that's why I'm checking it out. And I'm telling you absolutely everything about it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. Also, the way I make videos is long term. I do not, so the style of this channel is I don't make a single video review and then that's it. I cover the products in the very long term. Like I have my LG C1, how many videos I have about the LG C1. So I share my experience as an owner of the product, because I don't believe you can know everything about a product in just a couple of weeks or even a month. You need to own the product in the long term to really offer a perspective. So that's just the way I do it. But maybe the way other channels do it, which is get the product, make the video, here's the link, click, and I get paid for. So I think that's actually, if I get benefit for you buying the product, I think I am more likely to want to try to give a good review. So I want people to click the link to buy the product, and I will be clear about that. So if I don't have a link, if I don't get benefit at all, if you buy it or not, I'm not telling you, then I think that gives me a better chance to give you a more transparent take on the product. But this is still something the channel I have to grow, and I have to get money. So I still have to do at some point, link and all of that. But here's another reason why I didn't want to say, hey, this 360 hertz QD OLED monitor is fantastic. Just click the link and buy it. The reason why I didn't think that makes sense is because there are different brands that are making the same monitor with the same panel from Samsung. Which one is the best? I don't know. I don't have frame of reference. So I need to have something for frame of reference. So for example, for audio, if I get right now $12,000 of audio, it's going to be amazing. I don't have anything that comes even remotely close. So how can I tell you, click the link here and buy this, if I don't know anything? So I think to start, I need to have products. I need to get something And I need to get more products before I can tell you this is the best 360 hertz QD OLED monitor. I have to try them all, basically. If I don't try them all, how can I tell you I recommend you to buy this MSI? It's the best version of this QD OLED panel. It has the best settings. You can turn off the dimming. On the Dell, you cannot turn off the dimming, so I would not recommend that one. The settings, it has this issue. I need more experience with the products, and I need more experience with the products in the long term. If I get the product for 1 or 2 weeks, I might not be able to find all the issues, and there might be a deal breaker issue that I didn't see. So that is what I think. So let me go back and forth. It benefits the brand for being reviewed long term as they are not paying you. I'm sure they're fine with you keeping it. It's not going to hurt them unless you start bashing the brand law. Well, one thing is, my promise to any brand that sends me a product is fairness. And if I get a product that doesn't work as intended, is broken, I would not cover it. I would just send it back. So I am asking to review products that I am interested in, that I would like to have for myself. So right there, I mean, I am very likely to give you a favorable review because I would not ask, for example, for a matte finish monitor. There's no way. I will never accept any company to send me a monitor with a matte finish because I'm going to bash that monitor. I'm going to tell you, I would not recommend anyone to buy this. This is trash, and they should stop putting a matte finish on these monitors. It is worse. So I don't ask them to send me a monitor with a matte finish. So I am asking for what? For what I like right now. A QD OLED with a glossy finish. I can recommend that unless it's broken, unless the calibration is bad. And in that case, I would tell you, but I have to promise to be fair. That's the difference between me getting a product for review and me buying a product with my own money. If I go to a store and buy the product with my own money and I go through the hassle to take it home and it's trash, then yes, I can make a video and bash the product and tell you this is absolutely terrible. But if I get the product for review, I would not do that. I would be fair, and if I don't like it at all, I would not make a video about it. Keeping the product will likely make you more positive because you lost nothing. Absolutely. And I disclosed that too. That's why I told you, for example, when I got this MSI QD OLED monitor, I told that very clear. I am happy to get this monitor. I want to have it. That's why I asked for it. And I even said, do not take my excitement as go run and buy this monitor. This might not be the best version of this QD OLED. I am happy and I am excited because I got it and I'm going to keep it. And I wanted to have a 360 Hz QD OLED monitor. Now, with the videos, what you are going to get is the settings, how it looks, how it compares with my QD OLED TV, how bright it is, the calibrations and everything. And then you make your own conclusions. I never said, click the link and buy this monitor, ever. I'm excited because I get to keep it. It's my monitor. And the reason why is because I asked for it, because I thought it was going to be good. So it is a different perspective. But what I am doing is I'm trying to be 100% transparent. So let's say, for example, let's say I get this $12,000 audio gear. I would tell you, obviously, I am blown away. Why? I don't have anything that comes even remotely close. I am happy because I get to keep this. So it's obvious. I am positive about it, of course. I am over the moon about it. It is amazing that I can get this for the channel and to make videos. Now, what would that be useful for you? You can literally ignore my excitement. It's irrelevant. Yes, I'm excited about a $12,000 audio gear because I don't have anything better. That's irrelevant to you. But what you can take out of my videos is, okay, does that even work for every single game? What are the apps that we have to set on Windows. Because, for example, let's say I get this audio gear and I'm like, okay, to get this working on Windows, you have to buy this app, which I'm not gonna do. I'm sorry, I'm not buying any app to make my audio gear sound good. Or maybe you have to download the Cuban version of the apps, and I cannot recommend that on the channel, but I will let you know if that's the case. So does that work for every single game? Does it make a difference? Do I have any issues with it? Does it make the entire house vibrate and then it sounds bad because the walls are made out of wood? And then I'm like, okay, never buy something like this if you have a house as a wood house, because everything vibrates and it's crazy. So I can share my experience, the settings, the things I like, the things I don't like. So the excitement part, the reason for the excitement is obvious. I mean, of course, I'm happy. I got this nice equipment. So you can basically ignore that. That doesn't mean go and buy it. And I would not tell you, go and buy it. I would not have an affiliate link. I will have an affiliate link if it is a sponsored video, or if I have enough experience, or I have tested the competition to be able to know which one is the best, so I can tell you, hey, click this affiliate link. Or in the future, I can just say, hey, in general, if you want to support the channel, click the affiliate link and buy whatever. Because it doesn't really matter. When you click the affiliate link, you go to Amazon and you buy a dishwasher and I get commission. And at the end, you pay the same. So what would you rather do? Pay $100 to Amazon completely, 100%, all your money going to Amazon? Or would you pay the same $100 and then I get a cut? If you watch the channel, you want to support the channel, I think that makes sense. So I don't even need to have the links for the products at all. If I just want to get paid for commissions, I can just say at the end of every video, hey, if you want to support the channel and you need to buy something off of Amazon, just click the link in the description of the video and buy whatever you want. I get paid regardless. It doesn't cost you anything extra. I think that makes sense. So that's what I would do. So yeah, that's what I think. Have you seen the LGW OLED monitors? Yes, in the store. They technically have a matte finish, but I don't think it looks anywhere near as bad as other matte finishes. The color and contrast is very consistent. I lost the they have to, okay, colors and contrast are very consistent in light. So the other thing is, I also think about this. People might take it the wrong way. For example, if I tell you, oh, the S95D sucks and matte finish is terrible, and then someone in the comments is like, no, you're wrong, I have an S95D, it looks amazing. Of course it does. It's an OLED. You turn off the lights, you have perfect blacks, you have amazing color saturation with a QD OLED. So I am not saying that is a bad display. I am saying it could be better if it has a glossy finish, and that is undeniable. So I understand. I don't want to make people feel bad if you already have the product and I'm going to say something negative about it. I better you don't even watch the video. Because why would you? I mean, you're happy with it, just be happy. But on the other hand, I want to be hard with things that I want to change, because that creates conversation that I think we can contribute even a little bit to change things in the right direction, in the direction that is better for the community and for myself. So I bash LG for removing 120 BFI or OLED Motion Pro, and we keep doing it, and I will keep hammering on it. And we'll talk about the G5, yeah, the best TV in the world, but LG removed the best feature, so they absolutely suck because of that. And you know what? I think it's working. I think it's working because thanks to FOMO, FOMO has a lot more power, and he has the chance sometimes to speak with people at the higher end on these companies. And I heard him the other day saying that LG G6 might come back with BF5, with 120 BF5, or even 180, 200, or whatever the refresh rate. Basically, the feature that I've been asking for might come back. And maybe it was not 100% because of me, but we definitely contribute, even if it was a little bit. It definitely helps because nobody talks about it. Even if it only helped just for FOMO to ask for it. I mean, FOMO during the live stream, he asked an LG engineer representative that was there. He asked about the feature. That's huge. That's incredible. That definitely makes a difference. So yeah, that's why I do it. So basically my point is, if you have an LG monitor and you like it, of course you like it. It's an OLED. It has perfect blacks. It has great motion. If it's at 240 hertz, of course it looks great. You turn off the lights, it looks fantastic. So don't take my criticism as, oh, your monitor sucks. That's not the point. My point is try to change things in the right direction, because LG has the best glossy finish in the market on their TVs. Why they don't have the same on the monitors? It just makes no sense. So that's what I'm trying to push, basically, do better, because I know they can. So that's the thing. 90% of reviewers are just trying to sell you something because they are getting paid. I like to see more reviewers like Ariel that is being honest and not just trying to sell junk. So that's the thing. I think it is perfectly fine to get paid for a review. That's a sponsor. That's not a review. I'm sorry. It's not fine to get paid for a review. That's a sponsored video. To get paid for a video. So my thing is, whatever is going on, I'm going to tell you exactly. I think that's fair. If I'm getting paid, I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm getting paid. I'm glazing them over. That's it. Support the channel. You watch the video. You can take that for a commercial and you can laugh about it. I'll try to be funny so you can get something out of it. And if it's different, then I'll tell you, hey, I'm happy because I'm getting this $12,000 audio gear. I'm happy, of course. I'm blown away. But that doesn't mean run and buy this, okay? It means, of course, I'm happy because it's better than what I have. But what you can, the value of the videos is going to be that I will follow up, I will learn something new, and then you can think about, maybe I don't need to get that $12,000 audio gear, but Ariel is sharing the Windows settings, the programs, the drivers that you have to use to get surround gaming working better, or mods or whatever, to increase the quality of the audio. And then if I go to a used market and get something cheaper, I can still get something similar. So that doesn't mean you have to spend $12,000, but you can get something out of the videos. So I'm trying to do things the way I would like to see. When I watch a video from like this, I'm trying to do things my way. And that's what I like about YouTube. You are your own boss. You can do whatever you want. And what I really appreciate about any company that sends me a product is if they just let me do whatever I want and to say whatever I want. And that's MSI. MSI sent me this monitor. They didn't request nothing, just the name of the monitor. Give me 2 videos, a short and a regular video. That's it. I'm like, okay, I have like 20 hours about this monitor and more coming. There's a lot more coming. So I will follow up. They didn't give me any feedback whatsoever. Oh, we didn't like that you said this or that. We didn't like that you criticized or nothing. Thank you for the video. That's it. That's it. They sent me this case, the fans, the power supply, and actually I gave them the feedback. Hey, I like everything about it, but the power supply, I think, is missing one cable. Why? So then we had a conversation, and they told me, well, we are not including that cable because we didn't think that was necessary, obviously. And I'm like, well, actually, it is necessary because I'm going to give you 3 reasons why having an additional PCI Express cable would make this product better. One reason, NVIDIA deprecated PhysX 32 bits. So people upgrading to the new 50 series GPUs, they might want to keep their old NVIDIA GPU as a second GPU just because of that. Second reason, we have now, for people with AMD, we have now the ability to use the AMD frame generation hardware accelerated with a second GPU. That's a big reason to keep your older GPU, but now you want to get the latest generation power supply because of that 12 pin power connector, but you want to keep your old GPU. If you get this product, it doesn't work because we need that additional PCI Express. And the third reason, we have lossless scaling, and it's a third-party program that works for every single GPU, and it allows you to get frame generation accelerated with the secondary GPU. So those are 3 solid reasons. Now, I could also say GPUs are very hard to get, so someone might want to build the entire PC and they just want to have it ready, like it is my case right now. I just want to have my PC ready for when I can get that 5090. I don't want to wait. So when I get that 5090, I just want to slap that in immediately. So then I need this new power supply, but now I have this new power supply. I cannot use my older 3080 because I'm missing one cable. So it's just a simple additional cable that makes your product better and more attractive. And the MSI contact told me they will bring that up to the conversation on the headquarters, and a change might happen because of my feedback. So there you go. That's another way we can contribute and make a difference. I want the products to be good. If I don't think a product is gonna be good, I'm not interested on it. Like I don't want to review any product that I don't like. I have zero interest. You will never see me reviewing an LCD monitor unless it's the NVIDIA Pulsar, for example, something like that I want to try because it has great motion or something. So that's the thing. I am never going to review something I don't like just to have a link in the description to get commission or something like that. So expect from me excitement, but expect me to be, just brutally transparent and tell you exactly what's going on. That's it. No, I don't want to say the brand because that was like internal conversation. Actually, I have more than one brand reaching out. So yeah, I don't want to disclose that because it's I don't think it's okay. I mean, you will know the price once whatever I get at the end. You will know the price, so it's not like a problem to say. But I don't want to say it just in case. Is FOMO too nice? I think it should say motion or new TVs are terrible. I think we're getting close to FOMO. Hopefully we can do one day we can make a live stream. I would like to make a live stream with FOMO to check out the motion clarity settings, especially the flickering technologies on these LCD-based TVs. Because, for example, the TCL is supposed to have very good backlight strobing or flickering or backlight manipulation or blinking to improve motion on these TVs. And that is something that is not covered on any reviews whatsoever. There's not a single reviewer I've seen covering that. Why not? So I would really like to have that contact with FOMO. We already did a live stream with him. We didn't have that much time. But I would like to have a contact with FOMO for that reason, so he can. I mean, I'm sure I can explain this to FOMO in 5 minutes. He's very smart. I can explain motion clarity, how to test it, how to know exactly what's going on when it comes to the flickering technologies. I am 100% confident FOMO would understand this in 5 minutes. I mean, it's very simple. So, and then he would be able to offer that information too. It will happen eventually. I think he's we're getting closer to him, so it's gonna happen at some point. So what brand? Okay, that's it. LG is coming out with 5K, 2K monitors very soon. I would love if you could get one to review. Yeah, look, monitors are the perfect example. I don't need to keep every single monitor that I get. Actually, we are supposed to get a 4K 27-inch MSI monitor, QD OLED, and that one I will return it. I already have a monitor. See, again, think about the example. If I didn't have money for one of these monitors and I had a 720p LCD monitor, I wouldn't want to get a QD OLED monitor for review if I have to return it. It would ruin my gaming experience. But now that I have one and I already have a QD OLED TV, I am open to get monitors for review and then return them. I'm fine with that. I don't need to have 4 or 5 monitors. What am I going to do with them? So that's fine. And I would be very excited to get one of these monitors for review. And actually, I think this is super necessary for LG to have more resolution for these ultra wide monitors, because I saw one of these 1440p monitors at the store on Best Buy, and they had a PC, so I was able to test the monitor, open the UFO test, and just work on the desktop. And the pixel density was very low, and the text clarity was terrible. My plasma TVs have better text clarity than that monitor. It was that bad, really, really bad. I mean, my Pioneer Kuro just looks phenomenal when it comes to text clarity in comparison to that monitor. It was very bad. The text, it was a mess, and it was different. The farther away you get from the center, it was just absolutely horrendous. And I thought about making a video about that, but I'm like, I'm just gonna make a video bashing the product, and then someone has the product is gonna feel bad about it. So I'm like, that doesn't have too much value. I just don't want to do that. But yeah, we need more resolution, is my point. For those ultra wide monitors, we definitely need that 5K by 2K. It's gonna be more demanding, but we need it. 77-inch C1 has 25,000 hours. Let's go. And still going strong. When we're getting a CRT monitor versus OLED. I do have the CRT monitor. The thing is the screen size, man. That's the problem. But the OLED is, the CRT has some inherent qualities that are hard to beat. The 60 FPS looking that clear in motion with the input lag being so good is it's very hard to beat. Your feedback you gave, that feedback you gave to MSI is really, really important. Huge win there. Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the reasons this is very good. So I can give feedback, something they can do better. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna ask for LG matte finish and then the feedback is gonna be remove that matte finish. I would not even ask for it. Yeah, finding a good CRT is tough. Don't blame you, Ariel, who wants to review same post item. If it is not of interest, you say no. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm saying no a lot, actually. I've been getting a lot of emails, and I'm not sure where they get the emails because I don't have my email posted. Do I? I'm not sure I have my email posted on the channel, so I don't know how they get my email. I mean, I did post the email here on the chat, but I'm not sure my email is public, so I don't know. Or maybe it is. I don't really care that much, but I'm like, how are they getting my emails? How's it going, Dan? Thank you very much for your help. The other day, well, for the entire PC. Helmate, any words on the GPU cables yet? Yeah, so yeah, MSI said they don't have the additional cable. They would have to send me another power supply. That would not make any sense. I mean, I've said no, don't worry about it. I'll just buy another from a third party. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna get it from that website you told me. So yeah, we need to get another PCI Express. Now, do you think, one question for you, do you think the 9800 X3D is like 150 watts over, I think. So the motherboard for the 9800 X3D, would that motherboard be okay with a single 8-pin connector to power the CPU, or do you have to have both of them? Because even if I get the extra PCI Express cable for the GPU, then when I get the 9800 X3D and the 5090, then I need those two for the CPU, and then I have only one remaining for the 3080. So I think the easiest and the best would be to find the 12-pin to 2 8-pin PCI Express cable. That would be the best. Also, I don't know why. Well, I guess it's for aesthetics. I don't know why these PCI Express cables from the MSI power supply only have one PCI Express, because one PCI Express is 150 watts. That's why but the output from the power supply is like 300. So they could have two, like my Seasonic power supply, which by the way is on right now, like it's on all the time, and it's using idle. It's using like 7 watts. Actually, let me check. The power supply right now is on, and I have a backup power supply. Yeah, it's using 7 watts. So right now I am measuring the power consumption, and because the power supply is on, see if you can see it here. No, it's too far away. So the fan is spinning. It's using 7 watts at idle. So yeah, the thing is, if I get another PCI Express, then later on 9800 X3D 5090, I might not have. It might not work basically. But if I get a huge 5090, it might not work anyway. Unless I can get a motherboard that has the PCIe Express separated enough, but I don't believe so, because these 5090s are huge. I would need to get a liquid cooled 5090 or the Founders Edition to be small enough so I can use a secondary GPU. Otherwise, the 5090 is so big, and I know that already because these supported brackets, anti-sag feature of this case, it's showing me how big these 5090s are, because to reach that, it has to go beyond the secondary PCIe. So if I get a huge 5090, I cannot use 2 GPUs anyway. So yeah. Why would you say no to Epic sound system review? Because after I tried that quality, I don't think I can go back, and I don't have $12,000. So it's gonna ruin my AV experience. It's gonna ruin it completely. That's why. So I need to have something that I can revert back to. that I can be like, okay, this is not as good, but it's still great. I need to have something to fill the void, basically. So it's like, for example, I have a QD OLED TV right now. Let's say I get the G5 for review. The G5 should be significantly brighter than my S90D. And the color volume is going to be, it has to be higher because the color gamut separation is like 3% in XY measurement. So color gamut difference, the color volume is going to make a much bigger difference. So the G5 is better than my TV. That's my point. But I will be okay on getting a G5 for review and then I return it. I'm fine with that. I'm not paying, how much the G5 is going to cost. 65-inch at release, like almost $3,000. I'm not paying that, or more than $3,000. I don't know how much it costs. But if I get it for review to make videos for the channel, that would be awesome. I would be fine with that. But if I didn't have enough money to buy a QD OLED, and I didn't have, an OLED, 65-inch OLED, if I didn't have enough money for that, then I would say no. Why would I get a G5? Then I have to return it. How am I going to go back from that? Definitely, if they send me a TV, it has to be 65 or smaller. I would not get a 77-inch TV for review because, again, it's going to ruin me. Because bigger is better. I'm going to like it more. So then after I finish the review, I have to go back to a smaller size. No. So that's my problem, basically. If I didn't care about this Hobbit and it was all fake, then who cares? I don't care about this anyway. So just send me whatever. I can go back to a smaller size. But I care. I care a lot. So that's why it is a problem for me. Yeah, that's what she said. She can go back to a smaller size. So don't let her try. Don't let her try because she's gonna get ruined. It is more 50 to 90 watts while gaming. What is that? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Okay, so the 9800X3D is 120 to 160 watts. So I think I'm not sure. No, actually not. Actually, the CPU, I think the CPU is called EPS connector. I think that goes up to 300 watts. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it goes up to 300 watts. And then the PCI Express is the one that's 150. I'm not sure. If you can Google that for a moment, let me know. That max wattage, yeah, definitely less while gaming. What's your new PC specs? Yeah, no, the PC is the same. What I got new was the case, the power supply ready for the 5090 with the 12-volt, with the 12-pin connector, and I have all these fancy RGB fans because they didn't have a case with the fans included. They had a case without fans, so that's why they throw those nice fans. So, but the PC is the same. I'm just waiting for the 5090. So what I'm gonna do is I will buy the 5090, hopefully this year, if it's available. Then after that, I need to recover. It's just, we're talking about $3,000 command center. So after $3,000, I have to recover a lot. And then I will get the 9800X3D CPU, and hopefully I'm going to ask MSI for a motherboard and a liquid cool, which they already talk about a liquid cool on this one. And I said, no, I was going to ask you for the liquid cool once I get the CPU, because I don't want to abuse either. Like, okay, I'll just start sending me more and more stuff, because right now I don't need it. With the CPU cooler, it's very good actually. So I don't even need a new CPU cooler for the 9800X3D. But just to make the case, just to max out the case basically, because I have these 3 spaces open at the top, and I can have a 360 AIO right here at the top. So I think it would be very cool. I never had a liquid cool PC before, so I want to know what that is like and long-term issues, if I recommend that in the future. So yeah, let's see. I want to learn, get new stuff, because in the future I want to be able to be more knowledgeable so I can give you a better advice. See, because right now I think I know a little bit about TVs and settings and all that stuff, so I can give you a recommendation, even if I have not tried all the brands. But when it comes to PCs, and I don't have a lot of experience because I never had the chance to buy these nice high-end PCs. I come from Cuba. In Cuba, they don't sell these. I was fortunate to have a PC with a 1050 Ti to play GTA 5. That was it. And that happened very, very close to the end before I came here to the US. Before that, it was not. I was playing with a 4770K, I think it was. 4070 playing Intel i7, which has integrated graphics. That's what I was using to play. GTA ran like at 20 frames per second or below that. So yeah, it was not great. So yeah, basically what I mean is I need to learn. I want to evolve, grow, so I can help the community and give better recommendation and settings and all the stuff. So let's see the power supply thing. See if we get. Okay, so did we get the power supply information? So we know 120 to 160 watts. So my question is, with a single CPU power connector to the motherboard, that should be enough. If that 8-pin EPS connector, I think is the name, if that's 300 watts, then we don't need the second one. Okay, there you go, 300 watts. Yeah. So that's important, because then I can completely solve my problem with just getting another PCI Express cable. That's it. That's all I need. I get another PCI Express cable. This power supply has 3 outputs, so I use 2 of them for the GPU, the other one for the CPU, and then the 12-pin for the 5090. So I need to get a 5090. I want to get a 5090 that's liquid cool or the Founders Edition. So it's thin, so I can use the second GPU. The other thing I want to try is, after I get the 5090, after I get the CPU and all that, and the motherboard and all that, I would like to try to get a 9070 XT Radeon, to compare with NVIDIA. I never had an AMD GPU to see what's going on with the drivers. Maybe if there's a difference with HDR or the settings on the AMD control panel. I want to try the global frame generation from AMD, FSR4. And some people are telling me that AMD also has frame generation, which can be accelerated with a secondary GPU. And someone, I think, suggested that it even works to have an NVIDIA GPU and an AMD GPU as a secondary GPU for frame generation. Would that work? Does any of you know about that? Does that work? That would be amazing. That would be great content. I get a 5090, 9070 XT, and we try DLSS 4 with AMD frame generation, global frame generation, with the secondary GPU. That would be amazing. That would be great content. If that works, I think that would be great, because, yeah, someone said that the other day. I was blown away. I was like, no way. So you're saying, yes, it used to work? That would be amazing. Can you believe that? We don't have content on YouTube. I've never seen any videos checking that out, because lossless scaling, I haven't even seen that content for lossless scaling. But I think the AMD should have a better quality with a frame generation. But let's see. I want to try all of that. and I need a lot of gear. And the thing is, I need that for the channel, for the content. I want to have the 5090 for myself. Even if I didn't have the channel, I would like to have a 5090. Of course, everyone wants. But that's where I stop. I have the 5090. I don't need anything else. But for the channel, I want to get more stuff. More stuff, more content. I think it's unbelievable that this channel has grown without almost any gear. Basically, I had my LG C1. I grew this channel with the LG C1 and the same PC and a $25 plasma TV. That was it, and that's unbelievable that we were able to do that, especially when we focus on tech without having tech. Basically, because I don't have the chance. I have a family to support, and yeah, it's just a lot of money. So we're gonna need support from these, get review samples basically, and get more gear that I can get to keep. So because then I cannot make enough. I cannot do the kind of content I do if I don't get to keep something. Klipsch speakers are all really good, but the higher end are better. I have also tried SVS speakers and Emotiva, and the best, in my opinion, are Emotiva. It is crazy that Emotiva is more affordable. Oh, really? Literally, bro. Went from a mid-tier pre-build at the time to top spec current gen 10 years later. Let's go, man. You don't need $12,000. I bought all my setup for $600 to ATEM Audio T8 VS T10S to Yamaha HS5 with a Scarlett Solo Gen 4 and all cables included. This was last Black Friday in Amazon. Interesting. $600. That makes sense. But yeah, $12,000 should sound better. I mean, it better sound. But yeah, so that thing, the thing is, the argument of we don't need, for example, a 5090. Of course, I don't need a 5090. Nobody does. But it would be nice. That's for sure. Would you rather have a 5090? Of course, everyone would. The question is, are the games good enough to spend that much money on gaming, or nothing quite beats a quality speaker setup, but a pair of high quality gaming headphones with Dolby Atmos sound driver is difficult to beat. Yeah, I might try to get some nice headphones too. I have a Vizio M50QXM K01 as a monitor. Great TV, 4K 120 hertz, and it is 240 hertz and 1080p. Yeah, I like what some of these companies are doing. Vizio, TCL, they have this dual mode for 240 hertz. 9070 XT is best bang for buck right now, especially for FSR4. Well, I don't know about that because the price at MSRP, yes, but the prices are crazy right now. Just wait, they're just too expensive. Yeah, the prices are insane right now. So let me go back to the beginning where you mentioned when I was asking about the $12,000 gear. Let's see if I miss. Okay, let me see. I'm reading the comments from the beginning of the stream to see what I missed. Yeah, and so the thing is, I think what I have is enough until I try better. That's the key right here. That's the key. we think what we have is enough, and it is. If the thing is, the best we can do is to be happy and grateful for the things that we already have. I'm very happy with my car. Very happy. I love my Honda Civic. I think it's so nice. It's so smooth, so reliable, so fast, powerful. Now, if I try something better, I mean, let's say I try a Rolls Royce or something like that. I don't know, anything. Of course, it's gonna be better. I'm gonna like it more, and then my Honda is looking like it's not that good, actually. It's just the way we are, man. But it's just better to be happy with what we have, because this never ends. That's what we have to understand. It never ends, and especially when it comes to audio gear, it can be crazy expensive. Crazy. I've seen prices that are unbelievable for audio gear. Where's that 59? Working on it. Yeah, start with something decent. Yeah, that's what that's what I'm asking, basically. Before I review anything, let me just get something decent to have a frame of reference. Because if can you imagine I make a video and I tell you this $12,000 setup sounds better than my TV speakers? Of course. Of course. It sounds better than anything I have, of course. It's not even close. That doesn't mean anything. That's obvious. It better sound, great. So I need to have a frame of reference. I need to have something decent so I can tell you, okay, is it worth that difference? Do I feel like I am missing something for all of you that think, oh, I got this $600 audio system that's perfect. I want to have that $600 audio system to see, are we missing something, to give you a better perspective, or even something better, So that's what I think. We need to get something before. When you try best, everything moving forward pales in comparison. On the good side, sound system can last for a decade. Yeah, that's the thing with sound. They last for a very long time. And even very old equipment is still very expensive today. It's not like TVs. Okay, last year TVs, that's trash already. I mean, it's not like that, but you get the idea. Yeah, anything can blow a sound bar based on people always tell me that anything that has more separation is better than a sound bar. Here you're gonna get a $20,000 command center. I mean, that's an easy command center. Just high-end audio gear. We are already at the $10,000 command center territory. Man. I have two bookshelf speakers, but I got them for free on Facebook Marketplace. So I might not be, free, no, they came included with the Pioneer Kuro. So basically I got the Plasma and they were like, do you want to get these speakers? We're going to throw it away. I'm like, okay, yeah, give it to me. So that's what I have right now. Can you do guitar tutorials and covers? So what I teach to my students, I don't teach them any specific songs. That's irrelevant. I teach them how they can figure out the songs by themselves. That's better. So you can just hear it and you can immediately play it. So I would never waste time with any of my students or even making a video and showing like how to play this song. That's irrelevant. You want to be able to play all the songs because they're all very easy, extremely easy. So I can just hear a song and immediately play it. Like immediately. It doesn't take me even a second. Unless it's something very complicated, like, jazz with difficult harmony and many notes at the same time, then that's not a song. That's something more complicated. We got a super chat here from Emily Celestine. Oh, we have a lady here. Well, actually, I am surprised. I was looking at the channel statistics the other day, and we had close to 2% of females. That's unbelievable. 2%. I mean, if you do the math, we have over 15,000 people. How many ladies we have on the channel? So I'm like, okay, I need to get a haircut or something, Let me try to fix myself a little bit. We have some ladies looking at. So thank you very much. If you are a lady, thank you very much. I have the Samsung B6 sound bar and sub. It sounds amazing for $250 on sale. What's your audio setup right now? So right now I have a 1999 Yamaha receiver, which still works. Actually, I was having an issue the other day, and I'm not sure if it was the receiver. And I'm like, okay, I want to play a game, so I just turned off everything, and I'll figure it out. But that was working perfect. That receiver, and it's so heavy. It is crazy. It consumes over 500 watts. Of course, that is if you max it out or something. So it is very heavy, very old Yamaha receiver from 1999. So that is over 25 years old. Absolutely unbelievable. That still works, and it works well. That's incredible. So I have that, and I have 2 bookshelf speakers, those that I got for free on Facebook Marketplace. They sound good. And then what I was doing is I had 2. So the speakers that come with the Pioneer Elite Pro 151 FD, that TV comes with 2 speakers on the side that they are the size of a sound bar by itself, each one of them. That's absolutely unbelievable audio for a TV. They don't make TVs like this anymore. So I had those 2 as rear, and then I had a subwoofer, but I could never make it work because this subwoofer is Bluetooth, and it is proprietary to work with a specific sound bar. So I have also a sound bar, but the quality is garbage. Sound bar is just very, very, very low quality. So yeah, right now I have nothing, basically. Nothing great. Nothing even close. So that 12,000. So yeah, thank you for the super chat. That 12,000 sound system would give you 16 times the detail. 16 times the sound detail. Just like the 5090. I mean, it better give me 16 times the detail. I think even more, actually. It will be insane. Absolutely. That has to be just unbelievable. Are you a music savant? I don't know what that is. I have to Google that up. I don't know what that is. I play classical guitar mainly. So for me, regular music, just popular music is extremely easy. I mean, it's just like a couple chords and a melody. I don't even need a guitar to figure it out. I just hear it and I'm like, okay, I know what that is. It's immediately. So it's very easy for the students to learn how to do that. Very, very simple. You just need to have the musical ear. I cannot teach that. You have to born with it. So if you have the musical ear, I teach you one way. If you don't, then you can still play, but you cannot do that. Figure it out by ear. That's true. I started with a cheap 7.2 Yamaha receiver from Costco, and the cheapest Klim speakers. I know that brand. I've heard that before. Actually, I think the picture I took for the thumbnail is from that brand. Um, so you got those for $1,000, and it blew every soundbar I own out of the water. I mean, I guess so. $1,000. I mean, that's still a lot of money. I mean, I got my 65-inch S90C for $1,000. So yeah, that better sound very good. But yeah, thanks for sharing that. It is email. I'm a guy. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see the picture. The thing is so small. I'm looking at it on the. Sorry, I'm looking at it on the phone, so I don't see the picture. Yeah, I was surprised, man. A lady dropping a super chat here. I mean, like, this is okay. And of course, I don't know too much about the names out there, different countries. I'm not sure if you're from the US. Not anymore. Who is a good girl? No, that's not a girl. So he's a man. So let's go. I didn't know. I mean, I just look at the name. I just bought a Red Dragon GS 560 RGB desktop soundbar 2.0 channel computer speaker from Amazon. If it has RGB, it's because a good sound is not enough. You need to have color on it. You need to have it RGB. It's like these fans. Airflow is not enough. We need color with it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of RGB. I'm sure I'll turn it off after a while. You know, I'm gonna play with the colors, see if I can get it working with the game. There are some games where you can synchronize the lighting. Let's see if that works. And yeah, I'll turn it off after a while. Sound bars before a few years ago sounded really bad. So I understand. You're all funny in the chat. Yeah, man, there's no negativity here. I make sure to eliminate any negativity. Actually, I am surprised. We only get like, you know, trolls and people being negative when a video goes very high. You know, if we get like 50,000 views on a video, of course, there's gonna be a lot of new people. But usually, it's very rare that we get people just talking nonsense or, you know, being unreasonable. So I make sure I eliminate them because I don't want to waste my time reading your comment again if you're just coming with that without attitude. Sound means automatic musical genius. No, it's not being a genius. I'm not a genius at all. But the thing is, when you have the musical ear, you born with it. That cannot be taught. There are some people who still argue that can be done. It's impossible. I'm sorry. I've never seen it. I had many students. I've tried. There's no way you can teach that. It is a different kind of intelligence, but you either born with it or not. So it is very easy to identify if you have the musical ear. And if you do, of course, there is talent. There are some people who have a higher, you know, capability. But anyone that has a musical ear can do what I am describing, which is basically just figuring out the songs or anything really immediately. So there are some things that are very hard to hear. And there are things that are very hard to copy. Even if you can hear the notes, you don't know how exactly he is producing the notes. Let's say you hear like an electric guitar solo. Say you hear Eruption from Eddie Van Halen, for example. I can hear the notes that he's playing, some of them, not all of them. But what I don't understand exactly just by hearing is, okay, how is he doing the notes? You know, how is he doing? He's using the whammy bar, doing a pull up, or, you know, so it's many things at the same time. And the distortion is very hard to figure out exactly what he's doing to make it sound exactly the same. That's almost impossible. but I can hear the notes for the most part. So anyone can do that has a musical ear. Motherboard audio chips are terrible compared to dedicated systems. Cut the chat. New soundbars do sound better even than TV speakers, but not even close to a proper sound processor and speakers. Sound bars and consoles and sound processor and speakers are PC. Okay. So the sound bars are consoles. Okay, I get it. I get the comparison. Oh, genetic musical ear. Oh, okay. Okay, I learned something new. Savant. So you have a wireless headset that takes forever to recharge. Okay, I think we are very close to the 2-hour mark. We're gonna leave it there at the 2-hour mark. So yeah, my plans moving forward, I'm going to improve the quality of the stream by using OBS. I have not even tried the PC since I turned it off yesterday. I'm gonna set up the PC, see what I can do with that extra power supply until the new cable arrives. And then I will set up the live stream on the desk. I'm gonna buy the arm for the microphone, and with OBS we get so much higher quality than this. It's not even close. Now the thing with a StreamYard is that I can do this, see, and highlight the comments. With OBS there's a way to do that. I already researched that, but for some reason it's not working. It's like a Chrome extension that allows you to highlight the comments like that. So I have to figure it out. But even if I cannot highlight the comments, the quality is just gonna be a lot better. The quality for the sound, especially. I mean, most people listen to the live streams more than watching it. You're driving or doing something else. I prefer live streams to regular videos. So it's the kind of content I like to live streams. So I'm gonna improve the quality of the live streams, and I want to do more of it if I have time. And I also want to get more abilities with OBS because I want to make some content with myself in a corner of the screen, and then I can show you a website or a video, and it doesn't have to be me necessarily in front of the TV. Although I know I tried that before and people told me, no, we want to see you in front of a TV. Because everyone else is doing everyone else is doing the face in the corner of the screen, and what I do is more unique than the majority. So I know people prefer that, but the quality is gonna be higher if I use OBS and my PC to record the videos. But let's see. We will freestyle it and see whatever we can come up with. So thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you think about? Should I still get the $12,000 command center for audio? I mean, I think that's the problem. Is if I didn't care, I would say, yeah, sure. If I didn't care about quality, I would be like, okay, it doesn't make any difference for me. Just send it to me. I will make some videos about it. But the thing is, because I have no frame of reference, it would be like I just think it doesn't make sense, because I'm gonna be excited about it. I've never heard something that's that high of quality, and excited for what? It's not. I'm not going to keep it. It's gonna break my heart to let it go. So I need to have something before I get that. Is my point. I need to have something good at least, so I can fill the void after returning the higher end gear, because it's so much money. I don't have money for that. Basically, it would ruin completely my. Yeah, I think it would ruin everything. I get that. I set it up. I play a game like this. I'm like, holy crap! I was playing on mute. It's gonna be my feeling that I was playing games on mute, no audio whatsoever. So then, how am I going to return that? And then, what am I going to do? Not play? I think I might not even be able to go back to play anything if it doesn't sound like that. See, that's the problem. So that's what I don't want to happen. Getting decent quality speakers doesn't cost much, but getting low, even bass was expensive. It was cheaper to DIY two 18-inch sealed subs. The subwoofer is the most expensive part. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes. So thank you very much. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the description of the stream. I will do more moving forward because I like it. I will keep doing the live streams with gaming tech too. I will see also if I can get more, if we can have more people invited on the channel. I would like to. I will, of course, we're gonna do more live streams with Hybrid if he has time. We wanna do a live stream showing Unreal Engine for developers and talk about the techniques and things that they use and that they can improve, and some settings for Unreal Engine games to improve just with the config file, things that we can do to fix some of the issues sometimes. I want to have more people on the channel from other channels, like maybe Brian's Tech Therapy, FOMO. We had it already. We had already Max too. We had TKK. So we would invite anyone from the AV community, and also see if we can get developers or engineers. I would really like. One of the main reasons why I want to speak with Brian from Brian's Tech Therapy is because I would really like to do a live stream with a Sony representative, and I'm gonna do a Sony video about their new announcement of the RGB mini LED TV. I really want to speak with Sony, is my point, because I think they can do so much better. Yeah, that's why. And I want them to do very good. I want to have Sony as one of the brands that I would consider. And they are like completely for me, they're just completely irrelevant. And that shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case at all. They have so much to offer to gamers, and they are just not. It's like, I think it just makes no sense what they're doing, honestly, because you focus on video content. Video content is garbage. It cannot take advantage of a better TV for the most part, except with some rare exceptions. And then you want accuracy for that. So you want to see low quality content, low graded HDR content accurately, which means it looks like garbage. And then for gaming, it doesn't work well. You have no gaming features or close to none. And then the picture quality is not the same with mini LED TV. So it's like, what is that? Who is that TV made for? For nobody. They can do so much better. So I would love to have a conversation with Sony, just to give them my feedback, to hopefully helping change something or improve something, or any of these companies will be great. And also talk about CES next year. I want to go to CES next year, so I have some questions for Brian or FOMO. They've been there many times. Also, KG. I think, I'm not sure if KG have gone to CES, but just do a live stream with KG too. TKK should be coming back, hopefully. He comes back soon. He has been out for a while. He was moving. I contacted him. He's definitely coming back. So yeah, let's leave it there. Thank you very much for sharing the stream. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the description, and I'll make more videos. Okay, it's not gonna be live streams only from now. So yeah, thank you very much. Take care. You guys have a good night, and see.
You bring it home to your $10,000 PC entertainment command center. Isn't that right? Don't tell me that's not true. Don't be ashamed. It's liquid cooled, fancy lights all over it. You lock it when you leave. It's the modern home theater. It makes perfect sense.